Today, we're diving into the world of Ethereum, a platform with the ambitious goal of becoming a world computer. It's not just a cryptocurrency, but a foundation for a whole new decentralized internet. Watch this video and we'll explore how it all started, what problems it aims to solve, where we are now, and where this incredible technology is headed. Before it was powering NFTs, decentralized finance, and the Metaverse, Ethereum was just an idea. In 2011, a visionary young programmer named Vitalik Buterin, who at just 17 years old, was captivated by the potential of Bitcoin. He dives headfirst into the crypto world, not as a programmer, but as a writer for Bitcoin Weekly. Fascinated by Bitcoin's potential, he began to envision a platform that went beyond Bitcoin's simple transaction capabilities. He wanted to create a decentralized, programmable blockchain, a foundation for a new internet. But Vitalik wasn't alone in this dream. He assembled a team of brilliant minds, each with their own unique contributions. Gavin Wood, a key architect of Ethereum's technical foundation, he formalized the Solidity programming language, the backbone of Ethereum smart contracts. He would eventually start Polkadot, another exciting blockchain platform. And there's Charles Hoskinson. He's instrumental in establishing the Ethereum Foundation, the nonprofit organization that supports Ethereum's development. He is now more known as the founder of Cardano. The initial Ethereum development was fueled by a crowdfunding campaign in 2014, where they raised over 31,000 bitcoins, worth just around $8.3 million at the time. This innovative fundraising model, now known as an ICO, or an initial coin offering, would later become a popular way for blockchain projects to secure funding. Finally, in July 2015, the Ethereum frontier started and marked the beginning of a new era in decentralized technology. This endeavor had a very particular goal, and that is to build the world computer, a global permissionless platform where anyone can run applications, store data, and exchange value without relying on any intermediaries. But why do we need this world computer? Well, let's rewind the clock a little bit and look at some news. October 4th, 2021, the day Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp decided to take a collective nap. For a whopping 6 hours, billions of users were left stranded in the digital desert. No selfies, no stories, no memes. It was a social media blackout for the ages. Meta later blamed the faulty configuration change, reminding us that even tech giants aren't immune to human error. 2023 was a year of tech disruptions as well. A big one was the September 8 outage of Square. The 18.5-hour-long disruption prevented businesses from processing transactions. Caused by back-end connectivity issues, its impact was felt by users around the world. On November 2, Workday and Cloudflare also had a major outage, lasting over 6 hours and over a day more for a full recovery. This particular outage notably was caused by data center power failures. 2024 is not far from having a rough year as well. In July 19, 2024, a software update by CrowdStrike over Microsoft systems caused an outage that was dubbed the largest in history by some cybersecurity experts. This outage halted flights and had thousands more cancelled, thus forming travel and supply chain nightmares everywhere. Even the biggest players can experience disruptions. It's a good reminder that there should be diversity in how people communicate, access data, and transact with each other. These outages highlight the vulnerabilities of centralized systems and underscore the need for alternatives like Ethereum, which leverages the power of a decentralized network. So why after 10 years from launching Ethereum is this still happening? Well, only a couple of things really. One, of course, is mass adoption. Even though certain technologies are in place, doesn't mean people are using them. Second is upgrades. It's a long road to a totally decentralized world, and since launch, there have been numerous improvements to the Ethereum software that goes beyond its predecessor's capabilities. To understand how this world computer keeps running these new features smoothly and how it can change the world, we need to talk about its engine, the consensus mechanism. Ethereum recently underwent a major upgrade, switching from proof of work to proof of stake, the transition from Ethereum to Ethereum 2.0. Proof of work is like a gold rush. Miners, people who run the hardware and software, use powerful computers to solve complex puzzles, competing to add new blocks to the blockchain. This is generally how Bitcoin runs, and this uses a ton of energy, like a whole country's worth. To be profitable as a Bitcoin miner or an Ethereum GPU miner back then, you would need at least a garage full of hardware and computers running 24/7, drawing tons of electricity. You've seen it before, a room full of GPUs with fans and racks, alongside a community of gamers settling for expensive GPUs and missing out on the latest hardware. Proof of stake is like a super secure and efficient voting system for the blockchain. Validators stake their ETH as a security deposit to participate in validating transactions. It's way more energy efficient and eco-friendly. Basically, people have the option of putting 32 ETH on the line to be able to have the privilege of validating transactions. If a depositor is a malicious actor or wants to do any harm to the network, they can say goodbye to that 32 ETH once they get caught and slashed or removed from the network. Having ETH staked ensures that validators act honestly and keep the network secure. There are solutions now where you can run your own node and solo stake for just 8 ETH, like Rocket Pool, and even mobile solutions for running a node that can run on a Pixel phone called ETHOS. In mid-2020, the last of the testnets before the transition released, and shortly after that, on December 1, 2020, Ethereum 2.0 started running alongside the old Ethereum. The merge happened on September 15, 2022, almost 2 years since launch. This marked the end of GPU mining and proof of work for Ethereum. It was a seamless transition, Ethereum 2.0 slowly gathering more tasks to do, and the original Ethereum stating that it has done its last job. An upgrade, an evolution, but kinda like moving a consciousness into a new body. It was a big event. There was even a Metaverse party while this was all going down, but that's a story for another time. The power consumption reduced during the merge, up to a whopping 99.9%. Now think about how crazy that is, considering that there's around 1 million transactions every day and now just running at 0.01% power? It's an unbelievable engineering feat that deserves a lot of credit. This would mean less power-hungry servers and energy can be diverted for more useful endeavors. These latest upgrades to Ethereum allows for more transactions, faster processing, and ensures that it is future-proof for more updates. But Ethereum isn't just about abstract tech concepts. It's about real-world impact. Let's explore how this world computer is being used to solve problems and create new possibilities across various industries. A crucial update called EIP 1559 introduced a burn mechanism where a portion of the transaction fees is burned, effectively removing it from circulation. Unlike the inflationary nature of the US dollar, for example, Ethereum is now deflationary, meaning the more people use it, then more ETH will be burned than created. This mechanism introduces scarcity and makes Ethereum an attractive store of value compared to the traditional monetary system. And of course, we can't talk about Ethereum without talking about money. And since most people only think of it as stocks or something to trade, it is inevitable that decentralized finance will come along. DeFi, as the industry calls it, is a trustless way to trade and interact with money. You can lend and borrow money, trade between different cryptocurrencies in decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, and even earn passive income on these platforms through yield farming by providing liquidity. The success of DeFi and its capabilities has certainly caught the attention of the traditional market, which you can say resulted in the approval of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Imagine a voting system where your vote is truly yours, secure and tamper-proof. With Ethereum, we can create decentralized voting platforms where every vote is recorded on an immutable blockchain. Ideas like soul-bound tokens can pave the way to prevent identity theft. These tokens are tied to a specific wallet, and although on a public ledger, would only be accessible by the owner and certain entities and even a trustless security app. A soul-bound voting token would ensure proper vote counts and eliminate fake or missing ballots. Think about what this means for countries that have a history of rigged elections and unqualified politicians. Wanna know why there's no budget at the school? Well, it's probably because they spend it on non-peaceful things. Just imagine, after paying your taxes, you see where the funds go and how it's being spent. Another stepping stone to true democracy and transparency. But let's say they spend it on coffee beans. Ethereum enables transparent supply chains where you can trace the origin and every step of a product's journey. This ensures ethical sourcing, combats counterfeiting, and empowers consumers to make informed choices. On the other side of the coin, from a more consumer side of things, Artifact and Nike have released shoes with NFC tags and paired them with corresponding NFTs. In some way, this has given us a peek in the future of limited goods. The healthcare industry could take advantage of Ethereum as well to store medical records, giving patients control over their data and facilitating seamless collaboration between healthcare providers. If there was an emergency while you're abroad, doctors can easily access your medical history to better help you out. Ethereum is fueling a creative revolution with decentralized marketplaces for digital assets. In the art world, digital works are still at the tail end. Ethereum has changed that by taking the code that makes up a file and keeping it on-chain, thus challenging its tangibility. Right now, most NFTs are in fact JPEGs, hosted in a server the old-fashioned way, and the NFTs are simply a link to it. But innovations with decentralized storage like storage and rendering technologies like the Render Network are on the path to solving that issue. Cloud storage has already changed how people store their data. What more, a decentralized version, also capable of computing that data for you. The Render Network, which I just mentioned, has recently announced its compatibility with Cinema 4D, a leading 3D application used across gaming, movies, and entertainment. The ability to generate a complete render of an image or video just opens up a ton of possibilities. Remember Stadia, the cloud gaming platform from Google? Kind of the same concept, but unfortunately, that centralized service is now shut down. But the interesting technology it left behind was allowing you to stream a game and play, and with just a controller to interact with. Now take that concept to decentralized VR. Just hop in with your VR goggles with a good connection, regardless of hardware specs, and rendering is done amongst a network of GPUs. That's insane. While we're at it, we can't talk about the future without talking about the Metaverse. While most of you think that the Metaverse concept is dead, I am on Team Ready Player One. We touched on Artifact earlier in the video talking about their shoes and tying it with an NFT. Well, that same NFT, you can equip it in your CloneX avatar and use it in-game. Sure, there's not a lot of games right now where you can do this, but I feel like we're just one first-person shooter game away from making this a reality. Pair these up with the new and improved VR headsets, and even Disney's floor tile invention? I mean, you get the picture. Let's not forget this little Easter egg from the movie too. The impact of all these ideas when it all comes together is pretty hard to comprehend. A decentralized future, your assets and money on the internet, a public blockchain where anyone can take a peek, it's certainly a hotbed of security and privacy concerns. These alone will make most people stay away and get really uncomfortable. But that's what change is, right? It was pretty uncomfortable signing up for that first email address. It was really uncomfortable downloading MP3s and movies and using Pirate Bay. It was really weird signing up on Facebook and MySpace and creating that first cringy post. It was even uncomfortable getting on that first Uber ride or that first DoorDash delivery. Yes, there are real concerns with Ethereum and blockchain technology for that matter, and it's normal to feel a certain way if something disrupts your way of life. Although it's been over 10 years since Ethereum came out, and the problems it aims to solve are still here, I am still pretty optimistic that the right minds will come together and make us comfortable with this change. If you made it all the way here at the end of the video, thank you so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe.